Folks, today we are at the airport, as you can see, and you have the YYZ at the background. And the gentleman I have with me today is Fahad, Fahad Adeel has actually pursued his passion for a very long time, and that's the reason why we thought it to be appropriate to be at the airport. As you can see, it's a very hustling, bustling airport here. And of course, Fahad will share his story. For a very long time, he pursued an opportunity with a major Canadian airline, and eventually he was able to secure that. We will hear more about that from Fahad himself. Thank you, Fahad, for joining us today. Can you get started by telling us a little bit about yourself first?
Thank you very much, Saad, for this opportunity at having an interview with you. So I start from my educational career. I did my master's from Sweden in radio and wireless, and from there my educational and career journey started. After my master's, I joined Swedish Aerospace, and because I have a passion for aviation for many years, so that was my first entry into the aviation world. And from there, I get another opportunity in Germany, in Munich, with the Siemens Group. So we were also supporting different airlines around the world. So that was my second step. But after that I took it was a tough decision, but that was out of my comfort phase. That was moving to Canada. So I moved to Canada 7 years ago, and when I moved to Canada, things were initially we thought that how we gonna make it, how whatever I have left behind, the position of the job. So I started from I seen that I should apply from the aviation career again, because although initially it was looking very hard, but I researched the market. I checked all the aviation sector, all the companies, made a list of that, and I started contacting people by LinkedIn, and I started attending seminars. I appeared in different volunteer events, especially GTA, which is Greater Toronto Aviation Authority. I always participated in their events, and I make good connections with that. And then I continued, like from last 7 years, I continued meeting people, how the aviation industry is flourishing in Canada, and so that at least when any opportunities knocks in, I should be ready for that. So this year, finally the opportunity knocks in, and I joined the major Canadian airline as well. And finally, I got succeeded from that 7 years of journey. But although it's a long journey, but because I cannot wait for that long, but still what I did, I upgraded my skills, career skills. I was in communication side, which is radio and wireless, which is different industry. So I moved to business analysis side. I think that with this career as a business analyst, it will be a direct transition for me, and it will be easier for me to flourish in the long way in Canadian market. So I did 2 years of studies as a business analyst, and I joined an IT company here as well. So I would say the bread and butter also continued with that, because the cycle is also flowing of life. And
but you never lost track of your target.
I kept my focus. I only focused 2 things in my whole career, which is number 1 is focus, and the second 2 is consistency. So I kept my focus in only one company in Canada, and I consistently kept on applying, and finally I got the opportunity.
But sometimes people say that, okay, if one opportunity is not opening up, you can just get on the other one. But I guess you did that.
I did that.
You did take on the other one, which could continue to pay your bills, so to speak, right? So you've done that same approach.
Yeah.
So about what do you recommend for folks who are watching you now? A lot of people ask, okay, why should we volunteer, or why should we pursue? What's the benefit? What's come out of all of that effort?
Basically, from the volunteer and all the networking thing, nobody gives you that, okay, tomorrow is the interview and come in. The only thing I did, I kept building pieces together. That I met different people from aviation industry in different designations, all the major carriers as well as in the GTA, and I learned what are the key factors to get into this industry, what they want, and what are the ways to get in, because nobody will tell you that, okay, here is your resume and can you please come for the interview. Never. So I just build all those pieces and see what the best I can do in myself in order to equip myself with the in terms of those particular skills, which was the business analyst skills. and as well as industry specific skills.
There's also another aspect of your life which was very interesting for me. You have 3 children,
Yeah.
and you are happily married, very nice wife. And then in all of that, you used to work weekends as well. So
Yeah.
that was like a very tough phase as well. And if somebody would call you, you would say that you're not available. Like that's also a very tough part, right?
Yeah.
And how did you manage through all of that?
In terms of the management, I always try to maintain a balance between work and life. Although it was very difficult with my job, if I have different projects, I was always working on the weekends. But I try to assign my priorities. Okay, this much time if I can spend some time on this much time I have to spend my work, but the family time is there. That should never be. There should always be a balance with that, so that at least if I kept on working one thing, other things you get missed. So in order to lead a successful life, you should always have a balance.
Thank you, Fahad. I guess people who have watched this today can take away some major things and build on that in their career journey. Thank you so much.
And in the end, I would like to have a quote which I read from Alexander Graham Bell. He mentioned that the sun rays never burn until brought to a focus. So if you maintain your focus for one thing, you will always get it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Folks, I hope you enjoyed the content this time around as well, and hopefully if you enjoyed and like this, please click on the subscribe button and continue to hear some great other stories as well. Thank you.